Welcome back, everyone. This is the second video this evening. My name's Sloan Kelly.
My name's Jody Kelly.
And my name is James Baker.
And we're going to take a look, as you probably guessed from the title, the Superman official teaser trailer. So this is James Gunn's new movie coming out July 11th next year. So, Jody, you want to hit the button?
Yeah. Let's do this. Can you hear it? I'll put the sound down.
Can you turn it down a wee bit, though? Yeah. Aye, turn it quite far down. That happened to me once, by the way.
on the way home from Glasgow.
Clearing snow.
Yeah, so
on the way home from Glasgow.
I love how Clark Kent is quite unrecognisable compared to Superman, though, in this, because of his cauliflower hair. Who would have thought? Who would have thought Supes would?
By the way, this goes to show, right? This goes to show that we don't need an origin story.
The music.
We absolutely do not need an origin story.
No, I think we're straight into this one.
Yeah.
We're body deep.
Also, there's a few times I've looked at him and I'm going like, he looks like Chris Reeves.
They've got a slightly gubbed dad in this one.
I know,
to say the least, compared to Kevin Costner or whoever else we've had.
And clearly, no one can see past the original John Williams themes.
I know, and why not? By the way,
amen.
Why not? Look at
so
this.
Is this is Crypto? Is he going to be voiced by The Rock?
He's not going to have thought. He better not talk.
He won't talk. Crypto doesn't talk.
No.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
That's when slow motion works. By the way,
Zach.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Nicholas Bolt as well.
Looks great.
Didn't realise he was Lex.
Yeah, did you not know? Aye.
Oh, love it. Can of Iron Brew off the back of the head.
I know.
Check Guy Gardner.
Nathan Fillion.
Fillion, something else.
The bowl cut.
Bit of Lois Lane action. Oh.
So who's the guy with the craggy face? I don't know who that is.
I don't know.
Metamorpho. That's
guy.
Mr. Terrific.
Mr. Terrific.
Mr. Terrific.
Yeah. Yeah. It's very much a teaser, though. You know, we're not giving much away.
That new logo is great. I know, I did. I actually did. That's why I said it.
Brilliant. Oh, what? Who the hell's this?
Right, you might want to stop him.
Yeah.
Who's this guy?
Jesus.
Hey, what happened there? So, what are you thinking, guys?
Jody's got a lot to play on. Well, I'm thinking that was a very good trailer.
It's a super trailer.
Superman
actually,
trailer.
no pun intended. No, actually, I didn't mean that, but it is a super trailer.
If that trailer had a cape, it would be red. It ticked all the boxes for me. The other thing as well is I thought Mr. Cornsweat occasionally looked a bit like good old Chris in a couple of the shots.
Yeah, he's a great pick, isn't he?
Maybe that's what he's going for. Yeah, maybe that's what they're going to go in for. Is the sort of that was our origin stories, and now we're just going to continue with the Superman stuff. Maybe that's a good idea. I'm not going to lie. I'm a bit worried with the dog Crypto in it. But
I'm a bit worried about.
But we'll see how that pans out, because I was also worried about.
How many
I was going to say I was worried about.
Well, I've actually got Crypto tattooed.
There you go.
So don't be worried about Crypto. He'll be fine.
I'm not worried about him.
If James is not worried, I'm not worried.
No, that's a really nice thing. That's a James Gunn thing to be able to bring Crypto in, or just bring a dog in, which is absolutely man's best friend.
I wonder how they're going to bring that
as well
in,
with
to the. Sorry,
my mic on.
Yeah, carry on.
What I was going to say was James Gunn. Goodness sakes. What I'm trying to say, I don't know whether it's my connection or not. I don't know why it's my connection or not, but every time I talk, you talk over the top of me today. I don't know why.
Well, makes a change.
Just because he's your brother. That's all.
No. Right.
Your brotherly
anyway,
connection.
What I was going to say was, he did it with Rocket and Lila in Guardians 3
Very
as well.
true. Yep.
I mean that movie was
Oh my
basically
God,
just
by the
a
way.
love story between the
Oh,
two of them.
jeez. If it's
no.
anything,
And how dare you say he had a dry eye at the end of it?
well, if it's going to be anything
So I mean,
like
you know,
that,
maybe the whole crypto thing's not.
Oh,
not
no.
worry about. Well,
because
yeah.
that was tear jerky stuff, you know.
I think we're gonna love this film. I really do.
So I love the color.
Yeah,
He's
I
brought the
hope
color
so.
back
I
to
hope so.
the Superman movies that was drained away. It's
Mhm.
Superman, the Henry Cavill Superman. It was a burden for him almost. You know what I mean? Whereas this looks as if he might,
Mhm.
just the color factor anyway. Looks as if it might be a kind of joyous thing that he's Superman and Lois and they're in love and stuff. I'm maybe reading too much into it at this early stage of a teaser, but just because there's so much color in it, I think it's going to be a more joyous Superman. We're going to see the kind of, in the Superman 1, hey, that's a bad outfit, that kind of humor.
That's
Woo,
a bad
hey,
outfit.
woo, type stuff. I want to see that whip stuff.
Definitely.
I'll be whipping.
No origin story because it's
Straight
a little
in,
bit.
yeah.
It's a little bit boring.
And we've seen it a million times.
When we go to
Wasn't it?
Krypton, it's a little bit boring.
Yeah. Yeah. Your parents
Son
died.
of Jor-El and all that kind of stuff.
Boring.
Yeah, but yeah.
So, what characters Nathan Fillion playing? And so there's Mr. Terrific. There's the Metamorphosis.
Metamorpho.
guy?
There's Guy Gardner, who is
Metamorpho.
a Green Lantern. He's not the Green
Right,
Lantern
okay.
that Aaron Pierre is going to play in the Green Lantern movie, which will be John Stewart.
Really?
I know. There's a John Stewart in
John Stewart of Daily
No,
Stewart?
not
Stewart?
that John Stewart.
Not the John Stewart. Another John Stewart.
All right, a different one.
Another John Stewart.
Yeah,
So the Guardians. The Green Lanterns are basically the DC Space Force.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
So, and John Stewart will be Aaron Pierre's Green Lantern, but this is Guy Gardner. Guy Gardner's a dick, but also a good guy.
Oh, brilliant!
Okay.
He's definitely a dick.
That's very much in the vein of James Gunn, then.
Yeah. If you're going to pick a Green Lantern, you wouldn't want to go for Hal. Well, I'm not saying you wouldn't, but if it's this story, you don't want to go for Kyle. You don't want to go for Hal Jordan. You don't want to go for John Stewart. You want to go for Guy Gardner because he's a dick, and you will love him. Also,
Brilliant! I love it. I love it already.
Do you know?
Do you know?
I would much rather watch a James Gunn DC EU than I would a Zack Snyder DC EU because I've enjoyed every single movie I think pretty much that James has put out in as far as like superhero movies are concerned.
Mm-hmm.
You did love Justice League.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Just to remind you.
I did love it. Yeah, no, Justice League was really good. But I loved Suicide Squad. I loved his interpretation of that. I thought it was really good. No, not the Zack Snyder didn't do Suicide Squad.
No, he did the Justice League.
Aye.
But he did helm
the Zack Snyder cut of Justice League you liked.
No, I did. Yeah, I did. I did
Aye,
do like.
that's
I
what I
did
meant,
like
sorry.
that. Yeah.
Aye, that's what I meant.
I mean, and there was the black and white one that I watched as well, with the IMAX formatting is like the most obscure, obtuse version. I was like, I'm going to pick that and just not enjoy it, and I really enjoyed it. I thought it was really good.
Yeah. So this is film for IMAX, which is that's a really cool thing.
There is going to be an IMAX version of it, yeah, but I don't know if it's shot for
I'm
IMAX.
taking that day off.
It's all the vertical stuff. That's why I think
exactly,
that's why Zack did it for Justice League as well. There's a lot of stuff going vertical. Yeah,
and it does make sense. And it definitely does make sense. The other thing as well is as a computer programmer, I'm starting to get quite annoyed by widescreen stuff because you lose a lot of the vertical. And also I'm old and my eyesight's going, so I've got to make the font like really big, and then I've got less text on the screen. So yeah, I can see where all these old guys are getting their IMAX stuff on and why they want to do that. But it's looking pretty good for DC at the moment, because they're just off the Penguin, which has been a roaring success for them.
Yeah.
The Batman is finally getting some traction. Robert
Yep.
Pattinson's Batman is getting some traction. And
The Chris Reeve documentary. The Chris Reeve documentary.
Chris Reeve, Super/Man. Yeah.
Did you guys ever see that?
I've seen it.
Seen it?
Who did it? I didn't.
It's brilliant.
For me, when I watched it, and I was just like, oh, I wonder why they're doing this, and I wonder why. I know they're going to do stuff like that, right, every so often, but
Yeah.
they've done it at this time, and I think that's going to really help push the emotional factor. You know, when things are going to happen, they are tugging on your emotional strings. When this thing kicks in, I don't imagine they'll have any callback to Chris Reeve, but it's just for the whole ethos of it. You know, you are going to be welling up.
Yeah, it's coming out soon on Sky Documentaries as well.
It's well worth a look, because it's not. He is not the Superman. You know, the kids had their input, and they're just like, my dad was a bit of an arsehole, actually, you know, like, but also a great guy.
Yeah.
So actually, he's just normal. Is that what you're saying? Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it doesn't paint him out to be, he's slightly controversial in it. And you'll come out of it thinking, oh, you'll still love him.
I never really got that.
Because that's the thing, is it's Super/Man.
I thought it more that it just get kind of caught up in the Hollywood thing, like everybody else would probably, and he wasn't there a lot. I think that was what they said, wasn't it?
Well, the fact that he had his parents' marriage, but he didn't want them to ever split up, blah blah blah, and they ended up being a kind of a rocky relationship. And I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, they did split up. But he done something that he didn't want to do to his kids, so he split up because he had this kind of affair, and he said, "Oh, it's better if we just live apart." And he wanted that never to happen to him. And there was a couple of other things, you know. I think one of the main things also was the fact that he wasn't there for a long period of time, but also towards the end, he made this really controversial video, which actually is, in hindsight, not that controversial right now as we're looking at it. But he made this video at the time, Christopher Reeve did. He was so intent that people would walk. He didn't tell anyone that they were going to use CGI to make him walk in this advert. So everyone at the time it was early CGI.
Yeah, but that is hindsight, though. You know,
I don't think it feels controversial, but at the time, he got a lot of hate mail for it.
Yeah.
How can you do this to us? Like, we thought that was going to happen. We thought you'd make you'd made the breakthrough.
Yeah.
So I think he ended up being a bit controversial about that as well.
Yeah, I never really got that off that show actually. But the thing was, he never married his partner that he had kids to, and then he immediately married his next partner. You know,
she was lovely as well.
Yeah, I know. That was a sense. Anyway, let's not get into too much spoilery stuff about that. But it's a great documentary. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was terrific.
So it's interesting. I think when The Rock, getting back to the actual Superman Legacy, when The Rock was getting involved with,
it's not Legacy anymore. It's just Superman.
Is it?
Yeah, they dropped it.
Actually, according to IMDb, it's still Superman Legacy.
No, they've dropped the Legacy part because James Gunn said
that's a scoop.
James Gunn said that it felt as if it was old, but he wanted this to be new. Legacy felt as if it was like in the past. So, but he wants this to be a completely new rebirth thing.
Okay, I'll tell you something right now. It's brand new because they've only changed it in the last couple of hours, because I checked that about 2
I
hours
did not know
ago,
that.
and it still said Superman Legacy, and now it says Superman.
You heard it here first.
That's a scoop. I told you.
It's only 14 minutes into
Nolan. Oh, sorry.
Oh, God. You heard it, James.
Sorry.
Gone too far.
That's cancelled.
So, but I was just saying about the whole Rock thing, you know, when The Rock was doing his Black Adam thing, and then they had that little... They had that tag on the... Did you watch Black Adam, Sloan?
Oh yeah, I did. Yeah.
So they had the wee tag. It was actually quite an enjoyable film.
It's all right.
A film that I will never watch again. But the wee tag at the end where The Rock was going to face Henry Cavill's Superman. And then it wasn't that long afterwards, Gunn said to The Rock, "That's not happening, by the way. And see you, no matter how big you are in Hollywood, this whole thing is not happening." And I remember thinking at the time, been slightly miffed at it. And now I get it. Now I get his vision.
Yeah.
His vision is absolute.
Yeah. No, it's I don't think it. Yeah, I don't think it would have fitted in at all with because that was very felt to me kind of still kind of Zack Snydery type,
Absolutely.
the Black Adam, and that's not your man's not going for that. He's going for the very very bright colors, the wrestling shorts, and all that kind of stuff. He's not.
Let's just embrace. Let's embrace all that stuff. This isn't really his interpretation of it. This is actually just lifted off the pages. That's what it feels like.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, very much so, yeah. Joker 2 not so much. Well,
yeah. Although Tarantino is in love with Joker 2. Just saying. Absolutely loved it.
I didn't think it was a bad film. I just thought it wasn't the film we wanted. That was all.
I quite enjoyed it.
There's a lot of feet.
That with Gillian, that with Heidi.
That's maybe why he likes it.
It's a good movie. Good movie. Just not.
It's a good movie, but the first movie was just better.
Like a lot better.
And you mentioned this as well in the podcast, Jody, that they should have done that movie or the first one, but not both of them, because it felt like it didn't feel like it went anywhere.
To me, the second movie should have been the first act, the first half hour or sort of first, 45 minutes, and then get into the rest of it. That's what it should have been for me, because they basically told the same story again, but in a different way. Little bit,
but a musical version of it, instead of a joke.
Okay, we know he's crazy. We know he's
because there's the bit with the court scene, the court scene with I can't remember the actress's name. She played Domino in Deadpool 2.
Zazie
Beetz. That's it. Yeah. She's recounting about how he's a creep and his own mum didn't like him and all that kind of stuff. Is like that could have been like the first put that in the first half hour of your movie, like that courtroom bit, the whole what exactly was the first movie about, and you could basically explain the first movie in the first half an hour and then move on to the next thing, as Jody said. But yeah, they just, I don't know, it felt like they were kind of flogging a dead horse at that point. But
so what do you think? Sorry, what do you think of I know we've briefly touched on it, the whole let's just use the John Williams theme again, which I'm absolutely delighted for.
I think
sad heavy metal guitar is the way to go. I mean, it just sounded epic. It sounded really good.
I think it's great going with the John Williams thing. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. That's what I say. Yeah. Why go with another? I mean, James Bond's theme's always the same, so why not have Superman's theme to be the same?
Yeah. Dirty guitar. That's the James Bond theme. I heard that.
Dirty guitar.
It's a down. Filthy guitar.
Filthy, mate.
Filthy guitar.
There's times where I've been driving in my car and I've just cranked that song up and just pretend to be James Bond, just driving down a country road somewhere. Oh, that's brilliant.
Yeah. So speaking of music, this is probably the last thing I want to comment on about this whole Superman. Was going to hard to start saying it, not Legacy, the whole Superman film, is James Gunn's soundtracks inspired by all the music that's not score. So Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1, 2, and 3, the actual music associated with the film, like they're all songs that we listen to all the time and make us feel something all the time. And he is going to use his expertise to make you cry and make you laugh and actually make you love this character. Things that people have been trying to do for years with this character. They've been trying to make you do it, so like they may reinvigorate that Superman 1 or that Superman 2 movie vibe. We actually just loved it and it was a joyful thing. And you felt upset and you cried and you laughed and you just enjoyed it. It's and I think his playlist, his Superman playlist, will be something we'll be listening to for a long time.
I think he's really good at that. Yeah.
You saying that, I was thinking to myself there that the Lex Luthor in this one is going to be like I think is going to be like a darker version of Star-Lord. The sort of, he took the dark path, and he's going to be a bit more kind of woo, all that kind of stuff.
Okay.
I think he's going to be a bit more comic booky than
Defo.
than sort of traditional.
I still didn't. I didn't like the
interpretations.
I didn't like Zack Snyder's Man of Steel. Lex Luthor that much.
Jesse Eisenberg, was it?
Jesse Eisenberg, yeah. Uh-huh.
I liked the way Jesse played it, but I think it was the wrong thing to do. I think this is better to have Lex more like the comic books, bald Lex, even though it's a young Lex, which is perfect.
Gene Hackman's Lex Luthor was bald as well.
He refused to be bald in the film, though. If you remember,
he was bald in one of them. I'm sure.
There's only one scene where he refused to shave his head.
He
refused to shave his head for it. Mm-hmm. So this is probably the closest we're going to get to the, a proper Lex Luthor.
Mm-hmm. Are we going to get a sidekick, Otis? Should bring Otis back.
Otis was great.
Who is his sexy side? Well. Is that who that was?
Miss Taskmaster. Miss Taskmaster.
I'm trying to make my glasses steam up.
My glasses are steaming up. They're sitting over there thinking about it.
She was a bit sexy.
She was. By the way, you should see her
sorry
now.
To Gillian, but she was a wee bit sexy.
You should see her now.
I think she's in a bed, isn't she?
She is.
A ventilator.
She's
not that sexy anymore.
She's not. She's not. She's
well.
Not.
Sorry.
She's not well. Bless her.
Oh. Sorry, I take that back.
We
better end this. We better end this before we get cancelled.
Valerie Perrin.
Yeah. Great actress. Perrine.
Yeah. Fantastic. Yeah. Anyway, so thanks very much for watching our watch along, and for Superman. Forgot the name of it there. I was going to say Superman, and then I'm going to not say the word after that. Don't forget to hit the like button and share on social media, because it really does help the channel out. Thank you for commenting as well. Thank you for watching live. And if you want timely reminders when we put something new up, don't forget to hit the old subscribe button and notification bell. And YouTube will run its algorithms and do all that kind of stuff.
Do it.
James has got a thumbs up there because that's how Apple rolls.
Oh yeah, that's how it works, isn't it? Whee!
That's right. Yeah.
Oh wow, that's cool.
There you go. Okay.
There you go. Apple gestures.
Oh, never mind.
He just doesn't want that way now. No.
Oh.
All right, guys. Thanks so much. Bye.
Cheers.